Beginning, where was it?
Glastonbury.
Well, my niece.
So
she finished.
Is it always Spanish or do there?
No,
There's other.
actually, I think kids in elementary.
Okay.
My sister's daughter went. Dealer.
Yeah.
It's not crazy, starting in.
Immersion.
Here. One week in school.
Trophies, you know?
1 week.
We do.
in
26.
Yeah. 25 years old, but still she also had to have that. The speed is totally done, but almost, they teach you to read and write. It's not just.
Kudos, because no matter how hard I try, I struggle. I can't, my brain, yeah.
I took Latin and Spanish.
See, Latin's a good one.
Latin-
That's why I was wondering
Latin
if
is-
Glastonbury does any Latin.
They
here.
do, they took Latin too, but not in elementary, that's high school curriculum.
That Newington was.
I have actually. They do.
They should be.
Bill was a Latin scholar. Bill was a Latin.
Is it easier for them to understand most other languages? What is the root?
The recording is starting.
Recording is starting.
Whatever you say may be used against you at this point. You're live on the recording. So is it 6 o'clock? Did I start the meeting? This is you have my paperwork?
Yes, I do. Actually, it's the button. It's up into.
Does it have the agenda for the next meeting too?
Yeah. I don't, I, every time. We do it. Yeah, I'll be right back. Seems long.
Well, I'm watching it between.
She's just gonna go grab. Oh, gee.
Yeah.
I just wrong start.
Addresses.
Can't rotate now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Lucy Robbins Wells Library 5K race meeting, which is just days away. Oh, I see already some distributions of the t-shirts have been made. Good, always nice when they're in on time. I had printer issues. So Lisa said she printed a couple of things for me, but I think she left them on her desk, so she's getting them for me. Anybody have any concerns or problems at this time before I get started on the actual agenda?
I'm concerned about the weather.
It's no, Sunday's gonna be the one nice day.
Okay.
Registration will sit in the rain. That seems to be the way of it. That seems to be the way of it. Thank you. Okay. Now I'm locked and loaded. So, gonna go through this bottled water and other refreshments. I think we're all set with that. The only thing is we wanted more water because.
Well, we haven't bought anything because we weren't sure what the fleet feet were gonna do, so now we can buy it, yeah. We'll make sure we have plenty of water.
Fleet Feet didn't do much.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
The
So,
count was one and the count is still one.
okay. Okay, we weren't sure.
I know,
We were wishful.
I know.
I was told that a lot of runners wait till the last minute.
Yes.
So I know George did a lot of work with that, but I work with someone daily who also helps run the Fleet Feet store on the weekends and does a lot of fun runs. So I was talking to her, I was like, our count was only one, and she was like, runners wait until the last minute. Yeah, I'll get 100 phone calls like the day before saying my coupon didn't work. But.
Right, and it won't.
Because that was the whole incentive, it was good for 48 hours.
Because we also wanted to be able to plan
Try to
ahead
count,
for,
yeah.
Food and water. If suddenly, 75 people more than we ever expected signed up, we wanted to be ready for it.
She did chuckle and say, we're all last minute folks, so they'll sign up.
And I get that. So, please come, meet your runners, pay full price.
And that has a lot to do with like illnesses, people will hold off on registering just to make sure they're healthy enough to run, so it happens, unfortunately.
Legs, bodies, kids, everything.
Yeah, we planted the seed for the future, but I can give you the counts right now.
Okay, good, because I had some from Kevin.
Adults is 202. Youth runners, that means they're running the 5K is 33, so that's a 235 right now running in the 5K or walking. And we have 20 little readers. And,
That doesn't include the paper registration, Joanna.
oh yeah, you're right. Was there a lot?
I think there's about
We've had at least
15.
a dozen that have
Yeah,
made in.
12 to
that
15.
are registered.
Okay,
I can't tell you what their breakdown.
I get more excited if it was 50, but.
Well, I go by like 20
entries.
entries, they could have more on a ticket, to see what I'm saying, so that's how I view it, with money.
Watch the comments
Yeah.
of people. I should have it, right?
You should.
Um. Go ahead, online. Did somebody have a comment? Or was that just me? Okay. So, thank you for the count. So 235 adult, runners and 20 little readers. That's great. Refreshment tables were all set. And Chris and Ron, you're gonna do that. We've got some assistance going on. And, what was the time you decided to meet? I just figured since we're a week away, it would be a
Well,
good.
it's 6 o'clock and we'll start shuffling tables and water at 6.
We're going at 6, I thought it was 6:30, because I
Oh,
want,
no, you're helping out with Ron and I?
yeah,
Okay.
well, not for the table.
No, they do something
The
different.
tables all over along the race course and
Oh,
down by
okay,
the
no,
thing.
here, that's where I'm here, okay, sorry.
No, no,
The
okay.
tables, I just assumed we were talking here.
Okay, cleanup crew, that's us, by the way. Along with, some of the volunteers, just to put everything back as it goes through. Trophies, booster awards, all of those are in place, yes. Prizes, do we have that set? I think we have one more that's due to come in the door, right? Is Jason bringing his stuff that he got? Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I have a question about the trophies, when I was in here Friday, hadn't gotten them.
they came Saturday.
They came Saturday.
I think Carolyn has an invoice for you.
Great.
Yeah, Maureen and I, worked today on organizing the prizes for the post-race raffle, so we're pretty
Okay.
much all set for that.
Were you aware of the Body Bath Works one?
Yep, I saw that email, yeah.
Okay.
There's probably about 5 different baskets this year,
That's nice.
yeah. Kingston will also be bringing one in, Jason's got his. I got picking up, Trader Joe's tomorrow. There's, Mr. help me out, there were other baskets, right?
Saputo.
Saputo's doing their basket.
Kenny Morgenthau and Hartford Flavor Company of their gift certificate, like 100.
So, some nice opportunities. I took a look at at who's running and, who used their discount codes, and just so you know, Kingston Wealth, management used all 4 of theirs, Saputo didn't use any of theirs yet, they're gonna be running. Rose Hill used 4, Dutch Point used 2, Kiwanis Club used 1, Neptune Society used 1, Sam's Club used, PTS, Physical Therapy Sports Medicine used 3, and, SMG used their 3. And, I gave Jay Cruzel, who's the, coach of the middle school running club, a bunch of codes, and those kids have used, 1, 2, 3, 4. And, like, as I said before, Fleet Feet used 1. So, but I'm just wondering if, for the ones that we know are going to be here, maybe we want to try to save some postage and hand out the sponsored goodie bags.
That's what we do that, we usually do that.
Okay,
Yeah, so we just have to see who's gonna be here and, hit those people up. Yeah, we'll have them all set though. So if someone is here, we can give it to them.
okay.
Okay, great. Karen, I am gonna ask you to pay attention up there.
I'm looking.
Find this, okay, great. So that covers sponsorships and prizes, we're all set there. Timing company, I believe is all set, gave them the deposit check and stuff.
We deposited and we paid for the bidders, so we just have the final bill.
Okay, we did order more bibs than we have in the past, just to make sure we had some for the sprout. Registration form, online registration form, so that shuts down, the online shuts down Friday night, correct?
5:00.
5 o'clock Friday night.
Isn't that what the email
Yeah.
said? 5:00.
So if you have friends and family who are thinking to sign up, after Friday, send them by, Saturday morning, they can register. We have our, packet pickup at that point, or they can register the morning of the race, but we like to go quickly with that. Got our rates, we've got our numbers, police are all set,
Yes, talked to him this morning, yeah.
loudspeaker starter horn,
Kevin has the starter horn, yeah. He's got whatever he uses to
the
announce.
speaker, and do we have the boombox that you had before?
We do.
Okay, and I think at one point he had used the DJ's speaker system. I don't know if that's still available. Did you have any discussions like that, Chris, with the DJ?
I didn't, once I put in contact with Karen, I kind of stepped back from it, so I don't know if,
I don't think we asked him about using his
speakers.
speakers. We can.
I mean, I might have mentioned it in my emails, but I don't know if I got a direct answer back on that, so.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking for the morning of, certainly the DJ could make an announcement to the group that's milling around in the area and saying, you know, you're 10 minutes from the start of the race. And if we had the boombox down by the race, when we do the starter horn and stuff, everybody who's running can hear that. You know, we can do the 10-minute warning earlier. Right, does that make sense?
Yes, I'm just thinking about the distance. You're thinking of having it. Oh, no, it should work. Yep. Oh, that's fine.
So.
Yeah.
When Kevin would bring his speakers, and he may.
Yeah.
When he would bring his speakers, he would just bring it and move it down to the start line so that he could say, okay, runners, get ready, and, you know, whatever it is.
No,
And we were doing our happy anniversary things and stuff like that. So if the boombox could get down there.
Okay.
I'm just concerned, I want the runners to
To be
hear
able
the
to hear.
horn and to hear
Yeah.
any announcement that we might have to make. Again, the Masons are doing their pancake breakfast
Again,
again.
right on that same day.
I believe that will become an annual event.
Yeah.
Did they ever drop off pamphlets here? Okay. So that's it. Homeowner notification was done. Great.
Oh, excuse me. Now, do you know where the DJ is gonna set up? Because I don't know where there's any other power other than,
Where he's always been?
Yeah.
I would assume it's where he's always been, and if we,
so there was power there?
Yes. Right?
Oh, near the town hall, yeah,
yes,
there's a,
That's like,
yeah,
Oh, there's an
that's what-
outlet over there?
yeah,
right
by Human
over here.
Services,
Oh, okay,
that Human Services doorway.
Oh, okay.
That's where he used to set up.
that's fine.
So did we have to do anything special to get that power?
No, I was just gonna drop, Joe an email about that,
Okay,
to make sure.
So is the DJ gonna be doing, is Kevin gonna be able to do the awards from?
I don't know, we have to find out, yeah, we have to find out.
And so we need some kind of speaker system for the Little Reader Sprint, but we're using what, the karaoke machine or something?
that same boombox.
Boombox
It's
karaoke.
just gonna travel around.
Okay, the same blue box is gonna go from the 5K start up
to the little reader
Right.
start.
Little Readers, okay.
Did you,
We don't
Michelle,
do
did you
awards
use that
until after.
last year? I'm sorry.
I don't know if we had it last year,
So-
did we?
Last year, we had the speakers. If he could see you, his speakers would go out that far. That's how his went.
Okay.
It wasn't a cord, it had to be in line sight.
Okay.
So I don't know what Mark's setup is.
We'll find out.
So, do we have somebody that wants to, talk to the DJ or figure out speakers and stuff in the morning? to-
Did you wanna do
I
that?
can follow, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Appreciate that. I have seen signs, out and about in town, thank you. Did you put them
No, I
out?
think
Kevin
Kevin's
put
putting
them out.
them out and I'm picking them up, I guess, next week.
Make sure he gives you a list.
Pardon?
Make sure he gives you the list,
Well,
where to put them.
I
He
can-
does have the.
Does he have
Yeah, yeah.
for both?
Yeah, I'll make sure you have the first. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. He said he was gonna put one or two more signs out this week. A few more signs out this week as that goes through. Bathroom and power, of course, that's here, so we'll have, some volunteers monitoring the library entrance and, okay. Race volunteers and road volunteers, what do we have? Do we know? Did we ever hear anything from DJ? Is he gonna block off the road?
I don't
Up by
know,
the
he's
Hancock
not, he
House or-
hasn't committed anything yet.
Okay, so the start of the race is 9 o'clock, and I think I don't remember when the pancake house thing starts, maybe 10. So the concern is, runners coming around when people are coming in, so if we have from 9 to 9:30, I mean, every runner will be past by 9:30, right?
Probably.
So then it's just the walkers, and I'm more concerned about runners because they're concerned about timing, right? Their times as they go through. A walker would pause before they'd get run over, runners focused, especially if they're in the lead of the pack. To just make sure somebody's there to, kind of cordon that off. Hopefully DJ will, but they did that before. They shut it down.
They,
for 5
it's
minutes.
volunteers from other towns and our town that have to do it, and so there's no.
So we don't know.
So I know Ron in the past used to know the bad areas, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, we set up a bunch of cones at that intersection. That may slow some of the traffic, but like you say, most of the runners will be by there probably by 9:30, which would be good.
15 probably. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just.
but then there'll be the walkers too. I'm sure it'll be okay, but if we can spare, I'm having a hard time even getting 7 people for my main.
We have
Roads.
someone, a library person that wants to volunteer, Jonathan, he'd be
Okay.
really good. Yeah.
Adult.
Overton.
Yep.
I have a couple people too.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna need 7 people at least.
Okay.
And how many do we have? Not that many.
Well, we need 8, but I'm the 8th, so we need 7 at a minimum.
That includes CERT?
What?
That includes.
Well, if CERT can do some of the traffic,
Yeah,
and
you've got,
move- and move it-
3 cert people who have been
Okay.
certified to do traffic.
okay,
And I would suggest you put them in, well, you got 3.5.
In your heavy area.
I would suggest that you put them where you want, because they have taken the state traffic course, so.
oh, good,
They've been certified to do traffic, that's why you don't get a lot more certs, because
Okay.
I tell them there's a possibility of traffic and they have to be certified to do traffic,
well, I've got a couple locations that a barricade has to be moved and stuff.
so.
Last year, 2 of our search did both barricades on both sides of Garfield Street. One was manning there, one was manning up there,
Oh,
and I had the third cert at Taft and Audubon.
okay. Okay,
And I do have, my primary responsibility for this event is the library, but I
Okay.
am also cert and I am.
3 3/4.
oh, yeah, you got a barricade? You got a barricades?
But that would be, maybe we could take you over for that more than, because we have some adult volunteers that could take over something here.
And stuff.
Well, it was, I was gonna be here at 6:30 to do tables, that you don't need traffic yet. So
No,
I got all that in the car.
But you guys should meet up that morning, like Ron and Paul and those guys, everybody should meet up if
Yeah.
DJ is not coming so that you can.
So,
play.
yeah, what time do you want me to tell the search to be here, and who do you want them to talk to?
Ron,
Ron, what time, Ron?
They gotta be here at least by 8:30,
I'll tell them to be here by 8.
8 o'clock. 8
I will
o'clock.
be at the falls at 7:30, that's where I'll be sitting where the falls are. That's where Donald Reed will meet at first, at 8.
Okay.
all right, so that'll allow me to at least get some of the setup done and then I'll come find you.
Okay,
And you're gonna have the 3 search you had last year, Bob Jinks, Steve Jinks, and,
okay.
Matt.
That's good.
Matt, thank you.
That's good, okay.
And I checked my email before I got here, and I had no more people signing up for it, and I had one last week.
So depending on what kind of support we get from DJ or anybody, would we have a third person, for the first 15 minutes or so by the turn?
Diana,
That would be.
so I'm looking on the lodge's website. And this is the lodge calendar. I'm not seeing a promotion for the Bears. There's this brunch for Bears in conjunction with the town's road race,
No, it's not.
huh? I'm not, hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reading. And it says Sunday, 9 AM to 3:30 PM. But I think this is the hours that the lodge members need to be there.
Okay.
I kind of remember last year that they started at 10.
That's what I kind of remembered,
Yeah.
that it started
What-
at
I
10.
think what
but
they
the
want
workers
people
were
to
showing
do
up at
is-
9.
They want to put flyers here, right? And then,
They had called to ask if, if we could, put flyers or whatever, they wanted to be able to get the word out, and so we told them we'd post something on our bulletin board, and if they had flyers, we would put them on the registration table if you wanted to get the information out.
Brunch for Bears, Newington.
For follow the same pattern as last year, we just said maybe, Bob could go to the thing. Leanne could go to the beginning over there, and I guess when this thing's over, he can move back there and free her up to come back to the thing.
After they go through, you mean, after they go through.
Yes.
After they go
So you
past,
have-
yeah, past the.
That way you'll be closer to here. I think Bob James could stay over there and then move back. But if D-Day shows up, then he'll take overcharge for that.
10 to 1.
10 to 1 is the actual
Yeah, that's
breakfast,
what I
yeah.
thought it was.
So that's what, so if it's 10 o'clock, you might not get there till 10:30, but you might also get there at like 9:45 if you wanna park close and do whatever, so. And I'm sure they'll have their volunteers coming in earlier. So just kind of a heads up, we'll do that, get some coverage there. I would say certainly for the first 20 minutes, we kind of want to be more alert on that corner. As
And
people.
Ron, where will you be when I'm telling the search to find you? Where will they find you? Around 8?
I'll be right down here
Okay,
where everything is being set up,
okay,
okay?
just so that, you
Yeah.
don't have them wandering around
Yeah.
calling your name.
No, I'll be there at 8, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So we have that, and then, yeah, Leanne, if you're gonna do cert, but if you do it somewhere close by,
Yeah, well, I was just saying.
like the
If
roadblock
I
here.
can just work the earlier corners, then I can come back and be back ready to pick up at the end of the race, so.
Okay, and then the other thing is making sure that the roadblock is there for when we have the little sprinters actually running on the road.
Oh, at Audubon here,
Yeah, right out on Garfield.
yeah,
Yeah.
we usually block that off.
Right, so somebody needs to stand there with their cert vest.
Well, they also, I always
That
like
sounds-
your barricades.
Yeah, he's pretty visible.
Yeah.
He's a tall guy.
Well, just,
Yeah.
just to kind of, I have seen people creeping around and I'm like, you
Absolutely.
can see there's an event, you can see whatever. But when we've got the little kids actually running in
Yeah.
the street, never mind crossing or moving around, there's gonna be people
Well, hopefully I'm
constantly.
gonna have somebody posted here at Garfield and Audubon, along with the barricade, so nobody goes through there.
So those are the places that I think are, important.
Yeah, they're plastic. They're
So
very easily-
we need 8 volunteers and we have 3.5.
You have 4, because Leanne said she'll count as a search, so you have 4.5 certs.
Or at least part of the race.
I was counting.
You
for the
have full
half.
cert and.
Well, he's a half.
And how
Because he
many
can
do you
search
have?
something, because he is.
We have about 10. But I'm only traffic qualified, so there's some observers.
You got a couple of your radio guys that could do some,
So we get a radio guy down there to safety.
Yeah.
If DJ's there, our guy will be with DJ driving along in his truck, so all radio communication will go through him. If not, where's the ambulance gonna be?
Usually they're down near the finish line.
Yeah, so then he'll be by the finish line, Bob's story. And once the corner's over, Steve's gonna find you or where's the finish line, and he'll be relaying any information coming in from the course.
Okay, how many radio people will we have?
We have about 10 right now.
Oh, great.
Is that enough?
yeah,
We have Jonathan too.
yeah, we'll make it work.
Yeah,
I
well,
have,
for
like,
radio
these
people, because
great
then we
people
can
that are-
communicate back and forth.
If I'm activated
They
through
go-
CERT, I can
they
free
go
up
right
the CERT
through.
guy at Taft and Audubon. I can take care of that spot myself. The way we can sort is there's like one road of Wilson and Ashland, there's no 4-way stop. The other 2 have 4-way stops, so it's like easier to control traffic coming in for the runners.
Well, Ashland and Garfield, we're gonna close that also after all the runners go by.
I'm talking about Ashland and Wilson.
Oh, okay,
Cause Wilson and Walsh have a 4-way stop.
yeah,
Audubon has a 4-way stop, so it's easier for our to stop traffic, because you don't have Tim's.
Goes by
You
the-
stop traffic at stop
Goes by
signs
the
for runners to go by.
yeah,
You just can't tell
Oh,
people that,
no,
well,
that's
what car to go, then you have to stand back.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're good with that? So we have the ambulance confirmed, we have cert confirmed, we have them placed. Tank sheet shirts, anybody wanna hold them up? I haven't seen them yet, can somebody hold?
Oh, the t-shirt?
That should be, that's, well, we wanted the bright.
That looks good with my green surf vest.
I can see it.
The whole idea is, yeah, if we did black ink, we would really look like a Halloween race. But the whole idea was just it's more visibility for the runners forever.
It's not yellow.
Okay, t-shirts are in. Public relations, do we have any more outreach to the community or TV, radio stations, anything?
Yes, so, Bill Rogers is actually going on, with Steve Parker,
Oh, great.
at 7 tonight. So he's gonna talk about the race and,
Does anybody here need to excuse themselves to help out with that?
I think we're all set.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all set with that. And then I'm gonna talk to Gary Byron this week,
Great.
so.
Super. So lawn signs, banners, I saw the banner up at Center Town. We've got all the race signs out there. Thank you. I saw the race signs up here. I saw the book signs go down and the race signs go up like. It was almost like it was electronic, but it was Scottified. Scott, Hoagland did that for us, so thank you. Registration, all the past attendees, all of that stuff is done. So do we feel good about race day? A review of timeline and task list. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so let's just talk quickly about, packet pickup. So I have from, last time, I have 9:30 to 11. Pam and her indentured servant, AKA husband Bill.
He's starting this school too.
Uh-oh. And then I had 11:30, I had Pauline, Christine and Anna.
Pauline's on there.
She's nodding her head.
She's nodding her head, but yeah.
Good. Anna, okay, so there's a little gap there, and it goes until 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
So I need to, were the 11:30 people gonna stay through 2 o'clock and clean up, or
We need clean up,
I'll put the stuff back in?
I
you know?
guess, yeah.
We gotta break down the thing and put the chairs back, put
Scott will probably come back.
the bibs and stuff.
Okay.
To put
Another indentured servant.
Can't be.
That's right.
Cause usually.
Anybody else have a significant other they'd like to throw into the workforce?
Well, yeah,
There you go.
sometimes they show.
Everyone's welcome. Okay, so 9:30 to 11, Pam and Bill and anybody else, I'll be here that morning. Probably, I would imagine I'll do what we've done before in that I'll be at the table for a little bit, and if it looks like it's under control, I'll try to hang up banners.
Okay, just show us what to do. Yeah, it's not hard.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Easy enough. Okay, great.
I have a couple of things about registration or packet pickup day. Cash is in-house for the cash box. Also, it has been an adventure trying to get Venmo for this particular charitable board. Venmo, we do not have, we have PayPal, although PayPal owns Venmo. It's taken several, attempts because every time we do something, we have to wait 2 days to be verified. Anyway, as of now, this will be on the table, PayPal, we have an account. The key is that people have to add in race registration, so it's a very limited exploration of how we're going to do this, because we can't just throw this out here and people give various things to the library. If it's memorial or whatever, we won't know. So for right now, it's strictly race. We're working to expand and get farther, but I got as far as PayPal, we haven't gotten cleared for Venmo yet. And I would suggest that after this race, we determine how many people come in. By last year, we had about 10 people who did credit cards, and the friends were very gracious to let us use their thing last year. If we have people who are interested in credit card, we only have usually typically a buy period just at race time. We don't have things for sale during the course of the year, so we want to avoid fees and things. But if our intent as a board to expand, whether we're going to maybe solicit funds at a Haino event, donations or things like that, if we want to explore getting a MasterCard or a Visa, some type of a credit card, I would suggest we actually look into it, because this has fees and it is limiting what we do. If we have a credit card, we can identify what it's being given for, which would make it easier for accounting.
Well, What about a square?
You mean,
Let's say that's what I mean, a square, that's the type of thing, but a square
Square
is
is a credit
a
card.
square is a credit card. Square, and you enroll and you pay a fee per month for use of that. And if we're only using it for one event per
Okay.
year, it's
I mean, I
not
pay a fee
cost
per-
savings. But
Yes, but we have to pay a fee as the entity that collects the credit cards. So the library, whether anybody uses it or not, has to open an account and pay the fee for it. So,
it's a monthly, basically, it's
Like a
like being a
business, yeah.
subscription service.
Oh, if it's a business one, yeah,
Yeah.
but you can do it, like, I mean,
But it would be something to look into if you wanna do, because this was not as simple as, I give huge shout outs to Michelle Patno at the library for walking me through this. I was a definite infant when it comes to it, I still am. But it, you know, would open up our abilities to have people pay through various means. Venmo was the ideal because most people have Venmo personally, but, because we're opening as an organization, it adds about 12 steps. So hopefully, we can pin that down, but I do think the library should consider it. Let's monitor how many we actually get this year of people who are interested in doing credit card purchases. Because right now they can do it through the, you know, race online, they can do credit
up to
card.
Friday night.
Right, but
Friday night.
up till Friday night, but after that, well, how many come in the door? Last year, there were approximately 10. Is it worthwhile? Who knows what happens this year? I mean, maybe we're gonna get all these Fleet Feet people come in and want to pay with credit card. So,
Can I just add to that, Leanne? So with the PayPal, just to be aware, you have to have an account. And
Oh,
you have to have the app already downloaded on your phone. So if somebody's asking you and they don't have an account and they don't have the app on their phone, it's probably not a great option at the time at registration when everything is so rushed and everything.
thank you for clarifying that. Like I said, I don't have either, so I was a complete learning curve, so.
so just say ATM is just up the street at the bank and the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but-
That's right.
so the challenge, but the friends have said to use their square that morning because runners they have a finite amount of time that they can get registered and ready to run.
Right.
So we do have a backup if the PayPal, if they don't have the
It's
account.
like, keep it in the back and we're not encouraging the use, but, I mean, fortunately, the friends will be gracious enough to do it, but if it's something that we should think about potentially investing in.
I have a question about Venmo. Is there a fee for that as an organization?
1.9%.
Okay, if it were a business, it's more.
Well, it's 1.9% in terms of the processing fee, but if you turn around and use your credit card to pay, because I guess you can do that with your Venmo, then you pay your credit card fees as well. Plus, there are fees, in terms of how soon we get the money. If we choose to wait 3 days before we can transfer the money to the bank, we don't have a fee, but if we want it right away, there are fees.
Right.
That's standard.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's wire
that's
versus ACH, yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Because even if I use my Venmo and I want to do it same day, I pay the fee for that.
You can maybe look with the coin.
Okay. So, we've got Saturday figured out. Sunday, the early birds are getting here for 6 a.m. Bless you all.
Can we have a list of who's coming though, just so?
Yep, so, at this point, I wanna go through the list again of who's coming and what time. Let's restate what time people should be here for that, and I'm looking at you, Lisa, for guidance, if you're not part of the early crew at 6 a.m. to distribute tables.
Well, I usually am here when Ron's here.
She's here.
Usually as soon as he gets done, they start putting the tables up, so 6:30ish, right? Is that what would you say?
It's 6 o'clock. We're gonna be loading tables.
Right, are you gonna be putting them out here at
Yeah.
6? Oh, okay. But then we have to bring all the stuff in here out, and that could wait I mean, the registration opens at 7:30, so we have to be set up for that by 7:30, but the food, as you were saying, it doesn't have to be, I think it's gonna be sliced, but we still have to bag the bagels,
I
right?
think she's gonna slice them here,
Yeah, oh,
so I'm
okay,
gonna have her get here early, so we can just start.
okay, and then we have the fruit that has to be cut too.
And the fruit cups will be ready, I just haven't picked them up on Saturday.
So what do you guys know that better than me, how long does that, what time would you say for the food, the cutting and stuff? What time are people?
7:30, 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, because we
there's
don't offer the
usually-
food up until after the race.
Yeah, if it's ready,
Right.
we're working, they're over.
So we're working previous to the start and during. Yeah, and it's Pauline?
Yeah.
you
I
ready?
think it's pretty much, we had everything set up, by 9 o'clock, and we had everything covered, waiting for the renters to come, so,
Yeah. And you're going to be helping us, right?
oh, yeah, yeah.
So Pauline and Chris and me.
And Nancy from Sadie.
Okay, so on food
Nancy.
is Nancy,
Oh, okay,
Cut all the bagels.
that's all we need.
Nancy, Maureen,
I'm picking the donuts up
Christine.
at 7:30.
okay, and Pauline.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Nancy's from where?
From Sam's Club.
Oh, Sam's Club, great.
Well,
And Maureen, you're picking up donuts at 7:30, so you'll be here around
you
8
can see the wall.
Or before.
or before, but you
Down
know,
the street.
sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes there's been a wait.
I give the shirt, she gives the whole Sam.
The other thing that we have to think about is weather now.
Well, I mentioned it before you came and everybody said it was gonna be the best day, so I think we should have a plan B. Only me.
No, I'm with you.
What does a plan B entail?
We should have the food covered. Well, if it's going to be a heavy rain, any rain, we can't have food set up. We're not tented. So
Can we set up?
the only option
How
would
much
be
room
in
do we have
here.
under this?
Hmm?
How much room do we have here?
I don't think, I don't think you'd have enough room there. It'd be too.
Or you'd be blocking the doors.
Can we use this room?
Yeah, this room is pretty much used as, command central in terms of having things to bring out and then come back and forth. And
Most of it's out though, by the time,
yeah, but it would be here, if we're gonna be inside.
The other thing we mentioned was because the library is closed. And if it's really raining at the crack of dawn, we need to move stacks and have that area available. Because the end of race announcements and everything would have to be done inside.
Kind of says like we're at maybe 15%.
That's what I was looking at earlier. Christine's is a little. Christine says more cloud, like
It's
partly
cloudy, 20% precipitation.
It is only Monday and they don't.
Yeah,
predict
right.
tomorrow, so.
Yeah, it could be like a
But
ton.
this is our meeting, so let's think about this. Do we have enough canopies between Friends and, the library to put it over the food and over the other things if we had to?
I don't think so.
I think we only have.
Cause you're gonna need 4 tables at least for the fruit and the bagels.
Yeah, 4, 1, 2, yeah, 4. Cause the water's there too.
And the
Correct.
water.
Now on the tables, or can you put the water
Yeah.
in coolers like in, like next to or in?
It's not, the water doesn't have to be cold.
No, we don't put it, you just like put it on the
We
table.
just put it on.
So what are our options? Somebody suggested if we, push stuff out, that's gonna be messy. What people coming in and out of the library, I don't know how we're gonna do the announcements and do stuff from that end.
Do we need someone to buy some more canopies or they have some extra ones maybe they have at home that they can?
I'm
bring?
checking right now. We do.
Can we talk to Parks and Rec? And give you a way to store stuff down in their massive part of town hall?
So in
It would be
the
a charge.
past, we've used the community room and you usually have to reserve those ahead of time and there's a fee for using those rooms. So we'd have to check into those two things because that's what happened is it used to be down at the waterfall and then it migrated into the community center. And then from the community center, it
Here.
migrated out here.
We've been very lucky with weather.
We have.
But actually,
But I
Yeah.
think really we have to figure out a plan B. I mean, the one time it was torrential rain. When we were doing the packet pickup and we were able to do that inside. So packet pickup can be done inside if Saturday is crazy.
yeah, that's a,
And I'll let it
Fewer
rain
people.
on Saturday if we can, have nice weather on Sunday. Weather gods, if you're listening.
well, should we wait until Thursday and see how the weather report
Maybe think
is.
about what a plan B could be.
Yeah, I mean, what would our plan B be? Does anybody else have, you know, one of those expandable things?
Yeah, I'm
Tents,
sure,
yeah.
but they don't.
Yeah. How much does it cost for the community center? Yeah, but you have to.
They still have to
We
set
have
up,
to reserve it, set up, and we'd have to reserve it now.
and we'd have to transport the tables and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, but if it's raining, you wouldn't transport the tables, you would just, well, they would be transported at between 6 and 7 o'clock into there. Cause you wouldn't be setting up outside if it was.
Well, they may have their own tables in the community.
That's-
center.
Oh, they do.
That's assuming that it's available.
And
That's
that
the
it's
thing,
available,
yeah.
it very could easily.
They absolutely do have tables.
Actually be, booked, I don't know, on race day, would they have it booked?
They might have a league or something. I mean,
You have something that plays every Sunday morning, you know?
it was just a thought. I'm sorry.
No, it's a good thought. It's a good thought. We have to figure out what's going on. These are the pros and cons, and this is why, we kind of stepped away from doing that, but we have been very fortunate with the weather.
what would we need to do to facilitate it being in this building?
Make it lots bigger.
You could set up the room here in advance the way we wanna have it set up.
For food.
Yeah, for food, and then, I mean, we could push, if we think it's gonna be really bad on Sunday, Saturday, at the end of the day, we could push some of the stacks back and push stuff away. So
And
the
have
whole-
Kevin be,
The whole thing is open.
Up
We have
the
a
stairs.
mic, that plugs it in out there.
But if we did what we did for Mission Fest, just use serve and tables across her, if we had to.
Yeah, exactly, you know, I mean, we could figure, we just would have to, the big thing would be getting the shelves like Friday, Saturday after 5. We're open until 5 on Saturday, and then just making sure we have everything set up. But it would be good to use this space a little bit separately from,
right,
maybe for the food and stuff. Then they could take it out there. And we could always, you know, possibly arrange for, well, we'd have to warn them about cleaning for Monday morning, but that's, we could also clean as much, you know, all the trash up and do that for them, so they don't have that. It'd be more like just vacuuming. Yeah. I mean, it's doable. It's really, the number of people would be no different than Winterfest
right.
in many ways.
We just have to know Saturday night if we have to do this.
Right, and you don't have to have as many chairs out because most of them are used to sitting.
People don't sit when they're outside.
Let's not put chairs out.
Right.
I wouldn't worry about
We've
chairs.
got a handful of chairs that are there, so if there's, you know,
Standing
friends and
room only
family
and a
that
place
need
for
to be
food.
in a chair, we can do that. We don't
And
put
Kevin.
chairs out there, you know, they sit on the steps or whatever. So I would say we're not gonna put out chairs. We could push the staffs back. We're gonna have to make that call Saturday afternoon. We're gonna need people. We're gonna need people to come in and push.
Yep.
And then Sunday, part of the cleanup is push it back.
Yeah,
We had it pretty well down, but, I mean, I don't think.
So again, pray for nice weather,
Yeah.
because bad weather will be, a longer day for all of us.
If you have a canopy, you need weights for the bottom, the wind picks up, they're flying.
That's true.
It's not the Hawthorne fire. The Manchester lost their canopy, wind went through a big screen TV and everything. They have weights.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're just dealing with a light mist in the morning that the runners will
It's not
enjoy.
gonna rain.
Or don't rain at all.
All this
Yeah.
spoken.
Yeah.
I already did the Thanksgiving operation for rain, it's not gonna rain.
It was basically the same last year. It was the same exact weather.
That's the time they do
The
it.
same weather last year. Saturday it was drizzly and then.
Yeah.
Sunday it
So,
was.
okay.
eh.
So is that doable? Can we set up the food here for, Sunday? Okay.
Yeah.
Just check your emails. Don't make any, life or death plans for Saturday night or
Okay.
Sunday a little bit later in the afternoon if we have to, go to a plan B or, you know, the rain plan. That would be good. So we've got our packet pickup people, we've got food in the morning, Nancy, Maureen, Christine and Pauline. Maureen, I know you're gonna be later than the others because you're actually picking up some of the food. What time are the food people arriving?
we just discussed it between 7:30 and 8.
Between 7:30 and 8?
By 8 o'clock, Yeah, what do you think, Christine?
Yeah, at least. Those oranges take a long time.
But we have a
Okay,
few
so-
extra volunteers that can help. cut.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so by 7:30 or 8 are the food people, of course, Jason, are you able to join us on race day?
Yeah, you said you wanted me here at 6 o'clock in the morning, right?
That's,
Yeah, but you can't do the shoulder things,
I mean, if it's carrying like 100-pound weight, hopefully not, but,
none of us carry 100-pound weights,
okay,
okay,
I know. But
You know,
we push.
that's another thing, if there is rain, what about our little readers?
Oh,
Up to
yeah.
the parents.
how do you feel about the hall upstairs?
Could you do the race here
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could,
instead of down
could if
there?
they were, if there was the little readers and we were all inside, we could do that outside.
I'm
You'd
sure
have
the
to measure
kids
it all.
wouldn't, well. I would,
Might be if the parents.
yeah, whether the parents wanna run.
Yeah, mom and dad, the kids would probably love it.
Yeah.
You're talking about moving it up on Massive Holy Way if it rains.
Yeah, if it rains, so that they're not down there on the road, cause we won't keep all the roadblocks and stuff once the race is over, it's mostly over at that point, and if we've moved the awards and stuff inside.
Alright.
So,
Well, let's plan it all out, cause if we have planned out, then it's for sure it will rain.
Thank you. Right.
so Jason, we're gonna be setting up registration and tables and stuff like that, registration opens at 7:30.
Yeah.
So probably, if you could get here 6:30, 7 o'clock, that would be good.
Okay, yeah, I was planning on 6, but if it's 6:30 is more acceptable, then I can do that.
I think so, because he had shoulder surgery, so I don't see him helping you with tables and stuff. No, I know, you wouldn't notice that, so,
Unless.
yeah,
Okay.
No, myself, my son-in-law and Chris.
okay.
I mean, that's more than enough.
And then
for what we
shake
have
up
to
to that
do.
eye at 6:30.
Okay, good.
I know my
Yeah.
invitation is 6, so, yeah,
And speak up.
yes, I shall.
It's all right, Jason, you're partnering with me and I'll speak up.
Maybe he can, maybe he can do traffic or something.
Yeah, I'm just thinking for early morning, cause I think I
Oh,
scared him, told him to be there early. Okay.
You know, I was planning on 6 and have on my calendar.
Damn.
Yeah, but I know.
Okay.
I'll be here.
All right, so, Anna's got her list, I've gotta get the hard copy here.
One of the things that happened today in conversation, we were talking about the banners, and there are several companies that have, in the past have always provided a banner. We haven't heard from them. Saputo? Do we know where the Saputo banner is?
I will go get it for you.
Okay. American, the American. Eagle. They usually,
I sent a letter out to everybody.
did you get any response? No.
Well,
American Eagle,
Really,
Geico,
no negative response.
right, yeah, but that doesn't, but.
She
American,
gave them till Thursday.
you gave them till Thursday? Yeah, but American Eagle usually would ask for somebody to come and pick it up.
Nobody's responded to me about any of them.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
okay.
I can give you Priscilla's number for American Eagle. Okay.
Okay, so Saputo,
American Eagle, Geico usually sends a banner.
Yep, asked.
H.O. Penn. Terrible about responding.
Yeah.
And that's not, is it SMG, your son?
I've already spoken to him.
Okay. Oh, shame then. And the last one was Rose Hill.
Can you?
Rose Hill does not have a banner.
Oh, they don't have a
He
banner?
says she's a funeral home and she just likes to donate and help people. She doesn't really want to have,
What about Teresa? Is Neptune the same way?
I have all their numbers. Can I work with?
Yeah,
You.
I think American Eagle told me they don't have a banner.
No, they do.
They do.
had it last
What
year.
about Dutch Point?
They
Dutch
did, we
Point.
have theirs.
We have theirs?
We have physical therapy,
I haven't
sports
written that
medicine,
down.
Dutch
Somebody
Point,
does not.
and what else did I say?
Yeah, Rose Hill just won't.
Can't interfere with Lisa just said about.
Too, at the chamber.
No, there's too many conversations going on.
Kingston Wealth Management, physical therapy and sports medicine, and Dutch Point, they're here in my office, the banners.
Dutch Point. What was the third one?
Kingston?
Physical therapy and sports medicine.
Okay,
The last month we talked about an ambassador for Bill Rogers to get him to wherever he needs to be. I know that Jay Crusoe is going to be here. He's one of the, running coaches in town. He's a personal friend. He's going to work with Bill. They will do a meet and greet with the high school students, the runners and the middle school students. And he is going to be responsible for whoever won the raffle over at Fleet Feet and has a meet and greet. Fleet Feet was going to let Jay know, and Jay was going to make sure that the introduction happened. That's all I know, but do we want somebody from the board or from the staff to keep an eye on Bill Rogers?
He's a big boy, I don't think.
Yeah, but you know, it's a little bit of respect too. You're asking someone to come to the race and just.
You want to acknowledge and not ignore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm early with Ron and getting set up, but then after that, I'm free and open if you do need someone I'll say like his assistant. I mean, I'll put it that way, but you know, if you're looking for someone from the board.
Yeah.
So when he came last time, you had a tent, but, he's not
Well,
selling
I don't think
anything.
so. I'm gonna double check with him just to make sure.
Yeah, cause
and
he
maybe
was selling.
you and Jason can tag team
Yeah, sure, why not?
with him, because I know it's your first year at a race.
Okay.
It's Chris's second year, but we threw him in the fire last year, so he's feeling very comfortable. Unless Keller or anybody else wants to, introduce themselves and kind of do a handoff, I think it's good to have two people. I
Well,
think,
he's running the race because he registered.
Yeah,
So, it's just that, being there at the finish line and just being with them, getting him up here. I mean, he's.
so we need to, be able to site recognize Jay Crusoe, Bill Rogers, as that goes through, because somebody's gonna have to put those little pieces together and say, have you met, have you done this?
He's
Have you done
probably
that?
gonna be wearing bib number 1, which is what Kevin assigned him.
Bill Rogers, yes.
Yes.
There's enough of us that know and recognize him. I'm saying Jay Crusoe, the other people that are trying to do, connect with him and go through that.
I don't know if Jay's running with him or not. I'll look at the list and, we can have an extra copy of the rock, we can give you the bid numbers.
Okay.
Would be good.
And
Just- I think if you send-
do you need help, when he's done racing, is that when you are looking for me to kind of, assist with him, or do you need before, or I'm just. Don't know.
Usually, I
Depends
mean,
on
when he shows up, somebody should greet him and, make sure that he comes over to the registration table, gets his bib number and all this other stuff. I mean,
So if we put you on registration table, when he comes and registers,
because
you
Kevin
can-
knows who.
yeah, you can kick off the whole, oh, we're so glad you're here, what's going on, these are, this is kind of the thing. And if you're gonna identify bib numbers for these, key people, send it to the whole board, if you would, so that, we all know and you get it and you,
Yeah.
we'll just know who Jay is and who some of the other people are as it goes through. I think that's helpful.
Okay.
To try and figure that out.
Okay.
And then you and Chris, because I'm not sure if Chris is gonna be back from, he could come to registration at 7:30 or he could come to registration
No,
at
usually
9:09.
He's not necessarily. in her
does
business.
Bill
Yeah.
mingle
He could come on
after the race?
Saturday for all we know.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So if we have the two of you to tag team.
Yeah.
Then that would work.
Lisa, does Bill mingle after the race?
Oh, yeah, he likes that.
Oh, he's a
Yeah,
fan.
that's a big part, but. So,
You remember?
just.
Yeah.
Hand in hand, can I get your water? What's this, people are coming or going.
Take pictures of all the people who want to have.
All right, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
So I'm looking at the task list and on page 3, most of the things are all done, so I'm just gonna go to page 4 and you can thank, Lisa and Kevin for the majority of the items that are in progress for the month of May. Just want to remind Ron that when we got, like, the last year, there was a discussion about people's kids on the steps and you were gonna put up caution tape.
Well,
No, somebody can put up caution tape.
not first I've heard of that.
Okay. There was a problem with kids on the steps last year.
I think it was on the walls and on the,
Yeah.
not on the steps themselves.
well, the two
The balance.
Where-
It's on the,
Yeah,
the word
wall
narrow,
thing,
the
yeah.
kids were, walking up, oh God, you know what? Kids were the problem was the parents watching them.
Not watching.
No, watching them think, oh, aren't they clever?
okay, so
Um,
safety first.
Lunch. And you do your cat. Yeah.
Ron, the flyers to look into the
I have no
neighborhood.
problem doing
Yes,
No, they're not.
oh, you're not, you're not here.
Oh, you just got-
Tonight,
Yeah,
okay.
I'd probably be doing it tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay, I
All
think
right.
I'll be doing. Okay, all right.
and, let's see, so I'm looking at race week, and this is, a lot of it is administrative stuff. And so we don't all have to go over it, and all of that other detail. You know, Leanne already mentioned that the cash is already here, that, the business with online registration closing happens automatically. And so, identify, so that's me. Set up tables, so most of this is already stuff that Diane has gone over with. Do we have the 400 dining partner tickets?
We're gonna, but I'm just confirming everybody's staying in, because we'll need just to change the date.
Okay, oh, that's right, okay. All right, you'll have to let me know the date for the next, yeah,
It'll be August 31st.
August 31. So one of the things that we do at the registration table is we have the dining partner tickets available for the runners. So they can take one, I mean, if they want to take three, let them take three, I don't care. And then on race morning, they're at the food table, so we don't have congestion at the registration table. And I think, and Ron, what would be nice sometime is if on page 5, item 154. If you could, write out what it is that you do and what the people that you have there, at each intersection, the intersections that you covered.
I've got a list of the intersections that I covered. Right now, you want that now?
No, you can give it to me, I'll make sure we have it.
Yeah, that would be great. So, I just see.
No, I haven't.
The caution tape, so deliver the flyers, the ordinance prizes have been done.
Or are we not doing caution tape? Is that it?
Are we going to do the caution tape?
Or squirt bottles?
Well, I didn't hear that. What?
Or squirt bottles, you know how you find the cats?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
All I can say is that at the post-race meeting last year was a big issue.
It was, and I
don't- Why couldn't we
twice,
just, why couldn't we
to speak
put,
to the parents and the
why
kids.
couldn't we put caution tape along the areas that they're walking, like tie it onto something, I don't know what.
Yeah.
We'll figure-
Not the regular, not the wide steps going.
No,
up.
I understand.
But
what
you
you're
know
saying.
where, in
Yeah.
between, like, pillars.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
That's,
We'll
that's.
put caution tape up there.
You have caution tip? Do we?
Yeah, we do, we have caution tape, yeah.
Right.
Good.
Okay. And Lisa, do we still have any streamer paper in your?
I don't think so, Ann, I looked at the supplies, I'm pretty sure we don't have any.
Okay. So I'll get some more streamer paper for the
For the,
little readers,
yeah.
and I need to get you some more gift bags anyway.
yep,
Don't forget your lanyards. Do you have?
we
them?
have them.
We do have them.
I don't.
You wanna hand them out? Do you have?
I just
in
have
your-
to
on
run it
your
from my
desk?
office,
Yeah.
yeah.
You take them tonight, you're
They're in
going
your
to get them
office,
home.
No, leave it in your car, like you're all big girls and
Okay.
boys, and you can do that.
Yes, Mom.
Take it from your junior.
Jason you have yours, right?
Yeah,
You-
that.
but Kelly had one, right?
No, I-
Do you need more in your good?
Yeah, that's right.
You need it?
Yeah, but what?
Okay,
Alright.
so it's
I may have to-
7:59. Anything
Well,
else
not
on
like
this?
geez,
I'm looking at it.
Okay, Paul, you had a question?
Who's gonna be the MC at the finish line? So when Steve gets back to the here, he can stand by that
Okay.
person, so you have race
I'll be at
communication.
about 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Probably Kevin Mason.
He needs to.
Yeah.
Have it in the for,
Yeah, I have my
what
phone.
you with last year. Remember,
Okay, after it passes.
that's not shadowing.
I know.
Not quite yet.
So you want somebody at the finish line so you can say, Number 25 just came over.
Races go by the turn by the thing, he's gonna head back to here. all he's gonna do is listen to the race thing. And he'll tell you, like, we'll tell who the lead runner's coming around the corner at Garfield Street. So you know when the lead runner's approaching the finish line.
Okay.
But if he's by himself, he can't get that information.
Okay.
So he's gonna give that information to somebody and
Whoever's at the finish line, tell them when the runners are coming across the line.
Usually I'm there initially.
Unless you don't want the information
Okay.
coming through the finish line.
no, we do, but then, so how do? You gotta draw me a picture, I'm sorry,
It just tells you.
yeah, but you're aware and you tell who and who, the person that you're telling does what?
Steve, right here, he'll be,
Okay, Steve,
who's the person gonna be at the finish line, tell them the runners coming across? I thought it was Lisa.
I'll be there, I'm there
This is
initially.
usually there.
I'm there for a little bit.
okay,
I'm there till Scott finished.
so Steve tells. I'm there till Michael finishes.
You do the, yeah. Or else go.
Oh, Michael was the first runner in the process.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, anything else, Anna? Quickly, anything else for the group?
No, I scan this. This is mostly stuff that's just gonna be done.
Okay,
automatically.
good. Michelle, you had a question?
Yeah, I just wanna make sure that we're good with, physical therapy and sports medicine is doing the warm up. They sent, I
Yeah.
emailed you a little blurb,
Yeah.
and then Rob is doing the little kids. Are
Yeah.
we gonna put anything when people are checking in? Remember, we were just trying to get more people for those two events
What do you mean?
to attend the warm up or attend, publicity or something, or signs or.
In half of the emails that have gone out, people are aware that there's a little reader's.
Well,
guide,
and
so-
we'll usually say things throughout,
Alright,
like,
cause
you know,
Rob, I think, is
15
bringing
minutes for the little
equipment for the
readers.
kids and stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and we've
It's all,
got it.
it's, and the times have been posted, you know, the schedule.
Okay,
The-
perfect.
The little reader warm up has been added, as well as, you know, their start at 9:45.
Okay,
Perfect, thank
So we're
you.
good.
all right, so, sunshine, pray for sunshine. Or very light rain, so we can have that set up. For those of you that are coming on Saturday, thank you very much. You guys that are coming in early, that's great. If it looks like it's gonna be torrential rainfall, we are gonna move things inside, so we're gonna be looking for some bodies to be here at, 4:45 Saturday night to help start the grand migration of bookshelves, and similar to what we do for a Hamel event. We're not gonna put out chairs, right? So push it out, push it back, and we'll have this, set up. So kind of watch your emails if we put out an all-call. Don't start your barbecue until after we get the forecast.
Do we have a group text? Cause on Saturdays when I'm running around, that's faster than an email for me. Cause I don't see emails until I open my phone,
Okay.
but a text will show up.
I don't know that we have text number for everybody. Do we have everybody's cell phone number?
We have
on the list?
everybody's cell phone on the board list, yes.
And it is a cell phone, not a landline.
I think it's March.
Most people.
Okay, maybe it's both. Okay.
I think most of them are, and if we have two, they're labeled.
Try that. All right. Landlord distribution can go out, at our next meeting. So are we good? Is there anything else that we need to cover tonight? It's okay, Michelle, you can stay. We're getting ready. All right, then I would say our 5K race committee meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody, especially our volunteers. We couldn't do this without you. Board members are volunteers too, but we kind of signed up for it. So again, thank you.